Hello YouTubers and welcome to Novus Talks with me, your host Novus Scorpius. And now that we're almost a week away from the dreaded deadline of March 31st, I wanted to do one final look back on Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Because, as you know, if you've been following the channel, I did review each of the games from this collection when it came out. I talked about the rumors when they first popped up, and at the time I was excited, but I wasn't really sure if they would come true, and then obviously they did come true, with the catch of the deadline being March 31st. And that whole controversy, you know the story. I'm not going to waste time going in depth about it here. But now that we're here, it's a bit strange knowing that this game is going away in like 7 days. Along with Super Mario Bros. 35, 40th anniversary Game & Watch system that's stylized for Super Mario Bros. And Mario Maker on the Wii U. It is really strange, and while I'm sure Mario Maker and Super Mario Bros. 35 will definitely be gone, as well as the Game & Watch, Super Mario 3D All-Stars is a bit different though, because we don't really know for certain. In fact, the safest assumption would be that each of these games is going to get re-released individually. That's the one thing everyone's been saying constantly over and over again, and it's just the thing that makes the most sense. But Nintendo did a limited run for Super Mario All-Stars for the Mario's 25th anniversary, and I don't think they brought back that. So, will they really bring back 3D All-Stars? I want to say yes, but in all honesty, like everyone else, I have no idea. So far, I have seen no indication to believe that Super Mario 3D All-Stars will still live on in some aspect past March 31st. The main thing people have gone on about is that the Switch Online will get Nintendo 64 and GameCube games and things like this, and it's pretty logical to assume that's the case, but we've gone so long now that without getting those that I'm not sure if we even are at this point. I mean, it's possible they were waiting for 3D All-Stars to pass before doing Nintendo 64 Online, but I'm not sure I believe it anymore. I do think that maybe Galaxy and Sunshine, or maybe just Sunshine, will live on, but I don't know if Mario 64 will. And of course, the other caveat to this is Super Mario Galaxy 2. One of two games that was missing from this collection, the other being Mario 3D Land, but it's obvious that's not going to show up anytime soon, so I'm just going to mention Mario Galaxy 2 here briefly. What's going on there? Are we getting that game? Even though I'm a big Mario Galaxy fan, so I have to say yes, I'm biased. I would love nothing more to believe than Nintendo is going to give us Super Mario Galaxy 2 Deluxe sometime this year, and it's going to have new content that'll prep us and whet our appetites for Mario Galaxy 3, and then that'll come out maybe next year. That's what I want to believe, and that's something that was kind of going away in my mind, because after Mario Golf comes out in the next few months, we don't know about any other Mario games this year. So part of me is hoping Mario Galaxy 2 slips in there as kind of a last minute thing maybe. But I have no idea. Again, we have seen no indication to believe anything. It could go either way. And of course, the very real possibility that we have to start preparing ourselves for is the fact that maybe nothing is happening. Maybe it's exactly as Nintendo said, and all three of these games are disappearing. They will not be available in other formats, like individually on the eShop after this point. And it is hard to believe that, considering all three of these games are really highly successful and beloved Mario games. Sunshine isn't. So, would they really just throw away all that easy cash? I mean, Nintendo has made some weird decisions like that before, so in all honesty, I kind of wouldn't be surprised if they did. But I don't know. Maybe we'll find out by summer. Because once March 31st comes, I think this is going to die silently. And then it's going to go quiet as they start focusing on other things. Maybe a Zelda anniversary, I don't know. I think it'll be around June or July before we hear anything about these games coming back or something like that. And that's when we'll have our answer. Maybe Mario Galaxy 2 is a thing and possibly 3D Land comes to the Switch. Who knows? But I don't know. I know I keep saying that in this video, but it is really difficult for me to speculate on this because it's all kind of hypothetical. We're speculating hypothetically that the N64 online would be a thing and GameCube online will be a thing, but will they really? We thought the N64 Mini would be a thing. So far it hasn't existed. Nintendo seems to have said that they're not going to be doing one, so that's one thing we assumed they would do that they didn't do, so who's to say it's not the same situation here? It'll be interesting to see what happens when all of this blows over in a week's time. And to wrap this all up here really quickly, just add my final thoughts on Super Mario 3D All-Stars while it's still a thing, even though I did like 3 videos on it. Overall, the games are exactly as they always were. Mario 64, as I mentioned numerous times in my review, is the exact same as it was. You either love it or you hate it. There is no difference except for being buffed up to HD. They didn't make it widescreen, and that is kind of a nuisance at times. Would have made a lot more sense to port Mario 64 DS since this is a definitive version of the game, but they chose the original. Sunshine they made widescreen and they inverted the controls, but they didn't fix any of the game-breaking glitches or bugs. They didn't make the game easier. They didn't do anything like that. And that's why Mario Galaxy stands out the most in this collection, because not only is it the most recent game, but when Mario Galaxy originally came out, it was also arguably the most, for lack of a better word, stable. It didn't have much in the way of bugs or glitches. It was a fully fine functioning game with really no problems. Which means it stands out a lot in a collection where 2 other games have their own individual issues. Mario 64 with its camera, Sunshine with its glitches and weird movement and all this sort of stuff. But that's not to talk bad of the other games. I did enjoy my time revisiting Mario 64. It has been years since I played through it. I've only ever played the DS version before now, and this is my first time getting to 100% the original game. And as I mentioned before, I was excited, really excited to play Mario Sunshine because I always thought it looked good and would be fun, but needless to say, I didn't have a lot of fun with that one and I was quite happy to turn my back on it. So again, with bias, Mario Galaxy was the only one that really had a lot of appeal for me. But that hasn't affected my enjoyment of the collection overall. Overall, I kind of have to agree with everyone. It is a bare bones collection, but you're getting 3 games for the full $60 price. The thing that's like a groundbreaker for everyone. But here's the thing. 3D All-Stars is one of the only like 5 or 6 games in the Switch that kind of justifies its price. I would go so far as to say that $60 for 3 games like this is kind of a bargain. And yeah, people are going to scream at me and say, but oh, Mario 64 is such an old game, it shouldn't be priced at, if we're going individually, it would be $20. Or same with Sunshine, since it didn't do anything to fix it and all this sort of stuff. And I get that, but at the end of the day, you're paying for a collection. It's 3 full games. They're each like 23-hour-long games. And if you're going to 100% them, I haven't 100%ed Sunshine, but you're going to get like at least 80 hours out of this. So I do think that is worth the price. And if you're someone who hasn't bought the game, well, you only have about a week left to do so. I'm not exactly sure what the retail situation will be after this. Is all the stock going to be pulled down from the shelves, or will it just be a case that stock will no longer be shipped and you'll still be able to get the game in store as long as stock remains? Possibly. I don't know. I don't want to make any assumptions there. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed my time with Super Mario 3D All-Stars. It was a blast in the past for me, especially revisiting Galaxy and revisiting 64 in its original glory. And getting to play Sunshine for the first time. I didn't think I ever would get the chance since it's never been ported to anything. But lo and behold, this was the opportunity. I had a lot of fun with this, and I will still revisit it from time to time. But they could have done more. They could have added an art book. They could have done so many things to spice us up. We know this. I'm not going to bother repeating everything everyone else has said 1,000 times. But for what it is, even though it's bare bones, but for what you get, it is worth it. Especially if you're a Mario fan and you're invested in any of these games, really. It's definitely worth it. And even if you're just interested in, let's say, Mario 64 and you don't care about Sunshine or Galaxy, it's still worth it because you'll always have the option to play the other two games if you ever feel inclined to do so. And I think it's a good option to have. But yeah, those are just my final thoughts and reflections on the situation with Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Here we are, a week out from the deadline, Mario's public execution, whatever the hell you want to call it. So what better time to reflect and look back at what we got for the 35th anniversary, which admittedly has overstayed its welcome. I'm kind of glad to see the back of it because I'm kind of sick of hearing about Mario's 35, but we got something at least. It's more than what we can say for Zelda, and definitely more than what we can say for Metroid in a few months' time. But yeah, those are just my thoughts and opinions. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. How do you feel about Super Mario 3D All-Stars now that we're coming up to the end? Did you get this collection? Are you planning to get this collection? How do you feel about the situation? Did you like the games? Is there any of them you didn't like? I want to hear everything you have to say down in the comment section below. And yeah, with that all said, thank you all for watching and please subscribe. Nova Scorpius out.